I had an idea during a podcast. I wrote Tom Brady's Jizz, and then I
Oh.
have this symbol. So I was thinking, like, if you're Giselle, because him and Giselle got in a fight recently. I'm like, oh, if I'm Giselle, I'm like, what would their foreplay be like? I'd be like, yeah, come. Like, I mean, in high school when you do this and you'd flick like the paper football, I'd be like, yeah, Tom, just come like right here.
Is
So
it just me, or do they look very similar to one
they
another?
do. They look related.
Yeah, it's they like, the eyes and the nose are, like, so spot on, so all their kids, I'm like, they look
Mhm.
like her, but they look like him. It's like, well, I mean, that's how kids work, but it
Yeah, it's
just
cute.
recently dawned on me that they were married, and then I was looking at them because I was like, "I don't know what Tom Brady looks like," and then I looked him up, I was like,
They look so similar, especially in this photo. It's like, "What?"
but then it kinda goes into, like, oh, aren't they, like, both, like, slightly narcissistic, so of course they would go for someone that looks like them?
I wonder, yeah, isn't biologically you're, like, primed to go for somebody who has, like, the opposite? That's why I see a lot of brunette chicks going for light-colored guys and, like, vice versa. Like, I've
Well,
always liked dark-haired guys.
I think it's the thing where you want your kids to have, like, the most diversified genes so that way they can have a better chance of survival.
Yeah, but not
That's
these
what
2. She's
Yeah,
probably
no,
just like,
they're like,
"I want that."
I want
Yeah, I
the
want
female version of me," and she's like, "I want the male version of me."
I mean, he's tall, she's tall. It's great when 2 tall people find each other. So, yeah, their kids are gonna be basically clear, and oh, yeah, they did have kids.
They have
Oh,
3, they have 2 boys and
no.
1 girl,
Tom
and
Brady has another kid with,
his first wife.
Bridget Moynihan, who actually Bridget Moynihan brought that kid to the school that I used to work at, and she
Mm.
tried to apply him, um, to that school. So that was exciting when she came in. I was, like, the only one who knew who she was. Okay. Alright, the kids. You know what's funny is the kids are, like, not that cute. I don't
I
mean to
know,
sound shitty,
I
but
know.
this is what happens when you have the most attractive parents. I don't know. Like, I expected model children.
You know what? I bet you they're gonna grow up to be models, like, they
Yeah,
will look better as they get older.
yeah. I'm not here to shit on kids. They're cute. It's a cute family. Good for them. Oh, isn't that great? Aren't they happy?
What was their fight about?
I was gonna talk about it on let's see, Giselle and Tom Brady fight.
I know this is a weird question, but what day of the week is it?
It's Friday.
It's Friday? Okay. I feel dumb now.
It's a weird question. No, your computer doesn't tell you what day of the week it is?
No, I have to, like, click on the calendar, which I don't feel like doing.
Okay. Okay, so this is out of the page 6, which is very reputable. Trouble in Paradise, Tom Brady and Giselle have an epic fight. This is from yesterday. Okay. Giselle left the family compound in Tampa for Costa Rica following a series of heated arguments over his decision to unretire from the NFL.
Oh, well, you know what? I think that that's kind of justified. The dude's in his 40s, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Honey, I want you to spend time with your family and your kids." And he's like, "No, I wanna keep playing football." I'd be frustrated too if I was her. I'm on
Yeah.
Giselle's side.
She has for many years complained she was always charged with the kids and their multiple homes to support him amid his NFL career. They had agreed that he would retire to focus on the family. Then he changed his mind. Whoops. I guess she's unbearable to be around. um, oh, I'll do it next year, honey.
I bet she just wants him to spend time with them, like, because 'cause I'm
Yeah.
assuming when he's in football, he's like a workaholic that only wants to play football and talk about football.
Oh,
I'd go
yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Teach your kids how to play football.
Yeah. He probably just is like, ugh, I have one more season. Maybe, who knows? Maybe people convinced him.
Well, did he go to the Super Bowl this last year?
I think I don't know. The chat would know.
I don't know, I'm not a boy, I don't know these things.
The news comes after the Buccaneers quarterback missed 11 days of training in August. When quizzed about his disappearance, the sports star said, "It's all personal. Everyone's got different situations they're dealing with. We have a really unique challenges to our life. I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on." They have a
Mm.
14-year-old, a 9-year-old, and then 15-year-old with Bridget Moynihan.
Okay, so retire and spend time with your fucking children.
He
Teach
doesn't
your
wanna
children who
do
are
that.
starting high school how to play fucking football.
Right.
She can teach the daughter how to model. You have 3 boys. Teach them how to
Yeah.
play fucking football, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not on his side at all. What a shit dad. No
There's been
offense.
trouble in the marriage over and he's had how many really excellent seasons? He's been pretty epic. He's been
He
so
should have
good.
retired after the last Super Bowl he won.
Yeah. There's been trouble in the marriage over his decision to unretire. Giselle has always been the one with the kids. They agreed that he would retire to focus on the family and changed his mind. They have a fiery relationship. Giselle is hot-headed. She's Brazilian. Aw, okay, now they're, like, cute. They're growing
Yeah,
up.
I'd be fucking pissed too if like my husband wasn't spending any time with his kids and just wanted to play football when he's 40 something years old.
45.
Yeah, he should
Wow.
have retired after this one. When they won the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, he should have ended it and then gone home with his kids.
Yeah, it makes sense. Let's see. In May, Bunchen told British Vogue, "I don't think relationships just happened. It never is the fairy tale people want to believe in. It takes work to be really in sync with someone, especially after you have kids." His focus on his career, mine is on the kids. Okay, so they're probably also not spending a ton of time together either.
Mm-mm.
It's rough. Um, Brady was seen taking the younger kids to school. Brady is said to be caring for the kids while she's on like a mental health trip to Costa Rica.
Take a fucking trip to Costa Rica too. I'd be like, "Fuck you. You deal with these kids. I've been raising your children for decades.
Yeah.
Bye."
Bye.
And you know what? I don't think the kids blame her at all or judge her at all. I'm sure that she
Yeah,
left so that way she's like, "Now you have to spend time with your children."
yeah. It's almost like Giselle was like, "Well, if you're gonna keep playing, so will I," said the second source. She is resentful that Tom is still the football superstar.
No, she's not. She's
Wow.
resentful because he won't spend time with his children.
Yeah. Yeah, it has nothing to do with, like, his work. Brady has been looking downcast at training camp in 2020 during an appearance on Howard Stern. Brady admitted a couple years ago, "Bunchen didn't feel like I was doing my part for the family." She
Wait a
felt
second. Somebody said F you breadwinner. Guys, Giselle was the highest paid model in the world
of
for
all time.
decades.
Yeah,
Sh To take one photo of her, you give her $3,000,000. So, she's fine. She'll be fine with like, she could take the kids and go off and live comfortably for the rest of her life and the rest of their lives. She was making more money than Tom in, like,
yeah.
one photo shoot.
And he
So,
doesn't need to do one more season for the
he
money. It's like
doesn't.
it's for his, I guess, ego, I guess, but they have more than enough money. So and it seems like she was getting very excited for him to be home and, like, hyping herself up, and it's like, "Oh,
Well,
fuck, no,
imagine
he's not."
promising your wife, "Hey, honey, I'm 45 years old. I'm gonna retire, and we're gonna get to spend time together, and, like, I'll be a dad to the kids."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, "Oh, no, never mind." I'd be pissed too. I don't blame her.
Yeah, and they're, like, 15, 14. Yeah, so she's been just taking care of these kids for, like, 15 years. I understand both sides, like, yes, he worked really hard, but this extra season seems like a bit of a vanity decision.
100%.
She felt like I would play football all season and she would take care of the house. She said she wasn't satisfied with our marriage. Okay, so he's ignoring her too. So I needed to make a change in that. Her point was, well, yeah, of course this works for you. It all works for you, but it doesn't work for me. Oh, she's resentful as fuck. And more recently, Brady had admitted he needs to be better about balancing his NFL career with spending time with his family.
Ah, see, I called it.
Yep. During the off season, my family's got a lot of time. I've enjoyed that. He said, "I can still do a better job of that. It's just constantly trying to be a little bit better every day." Addressing his 6-week retirement earlier this year, he added that every decision comes at a cost.
Yeah, it's he doesn't want to, like, not be a Super Bowl star. He wants to do one more Super Bowl.
This is another really good point that I was gonna make from the comments here. I don't blame her, enough is enough. Plus, he's not a kid anymore, and he risks a great deal every time he goes on the field, like, with injury. I'm reminded of Christopher Reeves, who loved horseback riding, ultimately took an unexpected fall and was paralyzed. Yeah, it's like you wanna leave before you get seriously injured too, like, if you're pushing it and it's like, "Oh, maybe I should have retired." Wow, this will probably be a bad season for Tom. He should have retired after the last Super Bowl and gone out on top.
Yep, yep. Well,
Yep.
remember there was like when there was like no news coming out and it's like Tom Brady's on the beach making out with his wife and it's like, so? And there's like
Mhm.
all the pictures of them at a beach and like, oh my god, the man is kissing his wife on the beach. How terrible.
How dare he? Have a spit is Canadian for puking. Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh
I
my
didn't
god.
know.
Did you know you were Canadian?
I did not because Canada is not a real country.
True. NVIDIA, glad to see it's not on your Post-its. It's harder to lose a book. True. Dude makes millions of dollars to work 16 days a year. It's hard to give that up.
He does not work 16 days a year. He works months upon months. He plays a game 16 days a year.
With the
And the rest of the
training.
time, he's training and exercising and just if you ever heard anyone talk about Tom Brady and how he's like a freaking psycho control freak, like, oh my god. So he's not spending any time with his family during football season. Even when it's off season, he's probably still training and still strategizing and
Mhm.
obsessing, which is why he's as good as he is, but I mean that comes at a cost.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder somebody in the chat thinks he was cheating. Interesting.
On Giselle. Oh, really? I guess so.
Maybe he's thinking like, "Oh, like, he's not ready to stop because he wants to be the guy. He wants to be like Tom Brady, the football player." Maybe he thinks like Tom Brady, the dad, is, like, not exciting and
probably.
stressful and, like, not as
I don't think
fun.
he wants to be a has-been. I think he likes the spotlight.
Yeah, he wants to be like, "I still got it."
You
But
wanna
yeah,
hear
she also
something?
should've
Oh,
oh,
sorry,
wait,
go
I was gonna say on the other hand, it's like, she knew what she was marrying as well, you know? Like, I don't know. I think they could both compromise.
You know what's funny about that? It's like she's acting as if there's not a maid or a nanny.
Right, right, like, she's schlepping all the laundry, she's cutting crusts off left and right, it's like, "I is she really doing
No,
any of
she's
it?"
got
She's
they
bored
have
is what it
maids.
is.
Huh?
She's bored, I think, and, like, misses him, and so she's making it more maybe she's making it more about, "You're ignoring the family," because that, like, pulls more at your heartstrings rather than, like
Mhm. Well,
she's
I'm
listen,
sure she does
Giselle.
get tired of making excuses for him, like why he's not showing up to the kids' stuff. But I'm
Yeah,
also sure, like, after playing football all day, he's not exactly ready to come home and, like, be a man for her, you know?
yeah. I don't know, he's hot. I probably would suck it up. Satan State, married a pro football player, complains he plays football. True.
Well, I mean, when he agrees to retire, because most people are retired by this time. So she married a pro football player knowing, oh, you're going to retire when you're still young and hot and we can travel the world and enjoy our life and our children.
That's true, and maybe she should have said it, but another big reason is like, yeah, if you're afraid of getting hurt, like, oh man, you could have retired on top, but you want to do it one more time. So I just hope he doesn't get hurt or anything.
Mm.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Giselle, you could just find a new dad.
I know. It's not like she's going to have any problem finding another man.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.